Scorpio, I just finished your reading and please watch it till the end because I've never seen a reading take such a quick turn before. Right till like your present, it was all doom and gloom, and then when we moved to your future, there was a massive shift. So watch it till the end. I'm going to clip your video now. Hello Scorpio, welcome to your reading for mid-February. I'm sorry I sound like this, I've been sick, so I'm still in my PJs, but I need to get these done. Alright, this is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Please make sure you check all your placements to get a clear picture of what's going on for you at this time. As always, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate for all of you. Please take the bits that do resonate and leave the rest behind for somebody else. Alright, now Scorpio, any kind of interaction with this video, whether it's a like or a comment or a subscribe, will add your energy to the collective pool and it's just going to make it easier for me to read for everybody. I hope that makes sense. It's the perfect way to do an energy exchange. Alrighty, we're doing a simple past, present, future, and I will flip your oracles over as and when I get to your rows. Your cards really want to talk. I'm struggling to tame them. Alright, let's see. What does your moonology say? Oh, very appropriate, is it not? Full moon in Scorpio. Breathe through the tension. 5 of Wands kind of energy, but in reverse. So I feel like you're not indulging. And this has been pretty common, to be honest, in mid-Feb readings, where there's almost this 7 of Cups. This need to like look the other way when it comes to arguments and conflict and not really indulging. 4 of Wands, interesting. Bottom of the deck, yeah, exactly, 7 of Swords, Knight of Swords, the Wheel, 10 of Swords. Wow, there's a lot of pain under the deck with Justice. With the 3 of Swords, goodness, Scorpio, what are you going through? What I got right off the bat, and again, very cookie cutter, but I have to put it out there in case any of you are going through this. With the 7 of Cups, I see 2 things. Either you have options when it comes to, or you did have options when it came to, well, commitment, or whoever it is that you were dealing with made you feel like you were an option. I think it's the latter because of the amount of pain that we have at the bottom. It's almost like you weren't made to feel like a priority. But we do have the Wheel of Fortune, which is telling me that something did change. And with the 7 of Swords, I feel like you just escaped. You didn't really indulge. You didn't really sit around and wait to be chosen. You know, this is specific. It's not going to resonate for everyone. But you escaped this. 2 of Swords. Yeah, someone was wishy-washy. Someone wasn't making a decision. There was lack of clarity, lack of direction. Let me get one more. And I feel like with breathe through this tension, you just turned the other cheek, the Magician. Yeah, because you didn't want to give your power away. I don't usually get that with the Magician. I get manifestation with the Magician, which is its traditional meaning. But we have willpower and creation. So I'm almost feeling like you decided to take your power back and you did not allow whoever this person was to control your mind state, your mood. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm not going to spend too much time here. It is in the past for a reason. We do have the Chariot at the bottom of the deck, which is movement. So you move forward. Message in a bottle, which talks about, well, communication. For me, this is Knight of Pentacles energy because, well, it takes a while for a bottle to sweep up shore. But there is a message that is coming in. There is a telephone inside that bottle. How beautiful are these cards? But let's see. I'm trying to keep these readings short. Yikes, the 10 of Swords. I did see the 10 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I'm not going to take so many. We have recovery and transformation. Now the 10 of Swords is a whole lot of information. Alright, every sword in the 10 of Swords is a piece of knowledge. But when so much comes at you with full force, you have to retract. It's almost like G-force. It pushes you back a little bit. Eventually, it does lead to transformation, because 10s in the tarot are an ending that lead to a new beginning. But I feel like for just a minute, all of this information had you just shut down, where there was no communication, indecision, and just a whole lot of ifs, buts, and maybes. Suddenly, there's a lot coming in. That is probably going to change how you feel. The Emperor. Yeah. Focus and stability. For some of you, I'm getting two things. One, the leveling up that you required this person to do, they're doing it. All right. The second thing that I'm getting is that with the Emperor, which is a number 4, it represents all things stable, right? The 4 cardinal directions, the 4 seasons, the 4 walls of a house, things that are unchanging, things that are permanent. I'm going to get a crossing card, but I'm almost feeling like with the 4 of Wands and the Emperor, that's all you ever wanted, right? You didn't want to play any of these games that this person was bringing to the table. The 9 of Wands. Power and perseverance. I see you putting a wall up. I see you putting a wall up. I don't know if this is preemptive or this is just something that completely shuts you down when it comes to this communication. The King of Swords. Yeah, you're cutting this out, Scorpio. Plain and simple. Again, we have to remember this is a 2-week energy update. This is not the rest of your life or the rest of your relationship. But you're drawing boundaries around yourself, because I feel like you realize that this person has caused you enough pain. For now. The Hermit. The 10 of Pentacles. The 3 of Pentacles. The Knight of Wands. You know what your happily ever after is. You know what you want with the 10 of Pentacles. And I feel like this person is just not bringing it in. I'm going to do something unusual. I'm going to get a card for your oracle. What is this message? I don't think it's one. It's a series of messages, but they just leave you wanting. We have the Hanged Man. I feel like whatever comes in is going to shift your perspective. It's almost like you see this person in a certain light. We have the 10 of Pentacles again. You see this person in a... Ooh. Knight of Cups. You've been seeing this person in a certain light, right? And you could very well have been wearing rose-colored glasses. It's possible. That happens in love. But through this communication, I feel like you realize that the good that you see in them does not trump the bad that you see in them, right? We all have light and shadow. This person is carrying more shadow, at least right now. Shadow that you don't want in your life. I hate doom and gloom readings, but I'm not going to make crap up. I was watching a reader today, and she literally manipulated the cards so effortlessly to fool the audience. Like any bad card that would come out, it would be, oh, you know, this is the other person feeling this way. Oh, you know, this was in the past, right? It's coming in the future pile. And she's like, oh, this was in the past. You know, this effortless manipulation irks me. You're coming to a tarot reading to get advice, right? And it may not resonate with you. But out of the few people watching my videos, it may resonate with a couple. And even if it touches one person out there and helps them, I've done my job, right? There's no point littering your readings with sunshine and rainbows when, well, you don't see them. Right? At least not right now. Anyway, but I see you seeing some kind of truth about this person. And if anyone can appreciate this darkness, Scorpio, it is you. Because of your Plutonian nature, because of Hades technically being your ruler, you appreciate the darkness. You appreciate the underworld. I'm not saying that you are absorbing any of this. I feel like more so you're dismissing it because you don't want it in your life. But I see you as royalty in your own right. Now, I did title somebody else's video this, but I'm getting it again. With the Emperor, with focus and stability, I almost feel like you don't need anybody else to complete you. Definitely not this person. Definitely not with the energy they're in right now. Energy changes very quickly, which is why we record so often as tarot readers, right? And free will always has to be taken into account. But the level that you are at, and with the Emperor, there's no gender in tarot, right? Just take the energy with you. There has to be more of a yangness here, a creation of those 10 of Pentacles without depending on anybody else for support, at least for now. I feel like you guys need to focus on work for a bit, because this person has some shit to figure out. I don't know how to pronounce this, so I won't attempt it. Double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. And this happens, you know, when we deal with people who are coming with such difficult energies and we take a deep dive into their psyche, it opens up different archetypes to us. And if any of you are healers or therapists or whatever, it's almost like this person's archetype is helping you help other people. Right? And you may be going through this difficulty with double mission. It's almost like you're supposed to learn a lesson through this, but the lesson that you're learning is going to help other people who are going through it as well. Does that make sense? Uplifting humanity, that's very Aquarius-like energy, so you may have Aquarius heavily in your chart somewhere. We have the Ace of Swords. You know, this is a beautiful card about truth and clarity and, you know, all of that. But I'm seeing a lot of swords in your reading, and you're a water sign, right? I relate you to water and earth. But seeing so many swords, seeing so much mental conflict, I see you doing a great job with breathing through this tension, with this hanged man energy, this patience, this almost, you're prioritizing cold hard truths. But I would have rather seen more cups. You know what I mean? I just feel like your emotional self is not showing up in this reading because it may have been disappointed, heavily disappointed in the past, and your mind is just overstimulated. Either way, with the Ace of Swords, there is a conversation coming in, right? There is some kind of truth, there is some kind of clarity that is going to dissipate all of this confusion. Because we started with the Two of Swords and we're ending with the Ace of Swords. Strength, beautiful energy, Leo energy, courage and endurance. I feel like you're going to have to put your best foot forward when it comes to this conversation. You're going to have to be very patient. You're going to have to tap into that deep well of emotions that you are born with, Scorpio, and take this forward from there. Because I feel like the High Priestess, again, oh nice, I like that. Ace of Wands, Three of Cups, Temperance, the Tower, Six of Wands. Eventually, success wants to be had here by this other person and by the universe within this connection. But this conversation, whatever it is, I see two. One in the present, which is going to be exceptionally difficult, and one in the future that is carrying a softer note, most certainly. It's still going to be a very difficult conversation for you. I'm going to get more before I say anything else. But we have two aces with the Six of Wands, which is victory, which is success. And, oh goodness me, three aces. Ace of Pentacles. This is shifting. This is shifting very quickly. Scorpio. Manifestation and prosperity. I did speak about manifestation here with the Magician card. So I feel like even if you haven't been consciously manifesting this change, the universe is bringing it about for you, because we did have the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles with the Two of Cups and the Wheel. Okay, beautiful reading. Look at that. Change, possibilities, union, harmony, stability, attainment. I'm going to take these. There is work that needs to be done here. Okay, I feel that you are just escaping this situation because I feel like you're emotionally mature enough to know what's going on. You know what I mean? This is not like a lesson that you need to learn. This is something that the person you're dealing with needs to learn. I'm not pulling too many cards, so I don't really know what it is that they need to learn, but I see them learning it regardless. I see them understanding where they went wrong. I see them understanding how they emotionally and mentally screwed you over. The Ace of Pentacles leads to the Ten of Pentacles. Whatever this is going to start off small. All right. And with strength, I feel like, again, you're going to have to tap into that deep emotional well to calm yourself, to stabilize yourself. That was a massive jump. The Six of Wands again. I feel like this person is resilient. The Empress and the Emperor together. They see you as, well, a divine match. They see you as their counterpart. Which is why they're not giving up on this. I don't know what they're doing to change their frequency. We do have the World at the bottom with the Queen of Pentacles and Justice. The universe has a hand in this, man. I don't know how it's doing it, but the universe is making sure that this person learns. The World card is a graduation card. This is completing a chapter, finishing off a pattern. And I feel like this may have been a pattern. And because you're staying so cool, calm, collected, and because you're drawing boundaries where there need to be drawn, it's teaching this person a lesson. This was a very cookie cutter reading, but sped up. And I'm kind of like reeling from Whiplash here because this turned around so quickly. I did see the Tower, which is telling me that this Ten of Swords, whatever conversation this is going to come out of nowhere. And who was I saying this to? There was this analogy I was giving about soil, about how you need to till soil, right? You need to disturb soil before you plant a seed. This Ace of Pentacles. That conversation, that very difficult conversation is like tilling the soil. It needs to happen. Because there's a lot that's brewing under the surface that hasn't been addressed. And once it is, it's almost like this person will understand things from your perspective. Why you're being cold, why you cut them out, why this has affected you so much. Whatever this was, this indecision, it doesn't have to be a third party, right? It could just be them prioritizing work, prioritizing friends, whatever. But you weren't feeling like a priority that you should be. Well, I see that flipping and how. Your advice is to stay level-headed. Breathe through the tension. Know that this is not permanent. This is just a hiccup. This is something that your person needs to learn before they can come in correctly and treat you the way you deserve to be treated. Don't fly off the handle. Which is why we didn't have cups initially. Because those cups could have very quickly turned into toxicity. Which is why you're being so mental about everything. You know, logical about everything. Because it's keeping you sane. Alright, let's get you some charms to close this off. We have a camera. I feel like this person's been watching you. not in a creepy way, but I feel like they're keeping an eye on you. And they're almost learning, getting Page of Pentacles energy, learning how to come forward, learning how to treat you better. You know what I mean? They're in training. We have Aries. So you could have Aries heavily in your chart. You could be dealing with someone who does. We have a feather. So you have a lot of feathers on the table. So yeah, communication, conversations. And those communications will be tinted with a little bit of conflict initially. But that is not going to be the permanent state of affairs, right? So just be patient. Breathe through it. We have the letters D, S, D again, M, B, and Y. These could be your initials. They could be the initials of the person you're dealing with. Doesn't have to be, but this is for somebody out there. All right, Scorpio, slightly all over the place. I apologize, but that's what I have. I hope this helped. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.